Well, I got home Friday night, and I had to kind of move this thing in a hurry. My mom had people coming over, and she wanted it out of the driveway, so I aired it up, and I fired it up, and I drove it over here. And I didn't really have time to film it, but fired up all right. But when I started it, I heard a noise like a bearing was going out from under the hood. So I looked at it just real briefly, and it sounded like it was coming from the AC compressor. So I'm thinking that little wheel here, when it's off, you know, allows it to free spin. There's something in there making noise. But I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up and let you guys hear it. Connect the battery. It should fire up pretty good, and I'll see if I can turn on the AC and see if it goes away. Alright, let's see if we got them battery cables connected up right. Pump it once. Close the door to get rid of the annoying buzzing. Yeah, fires up pretty good. I don't know if you can hear that rattle, but that's what I heard from in here. Let's see. Cool. I don't know if that AC even works. Whew. I don't think the clutch works. That's probably what's making the noise. Well, let's get out so you can hear it. Get it to idle a little better. I think that's what's making the noise anyway. Well, I hope that's what's making the noise. Looks like the compressor is turned on and it's still making noise. It was off the other day. No good. I guess I'll have to check all the fluids. Oh, there we go. It went away. Maybe it was just something rusty. Well, now I'm out of gas. Oh well. No more gas. She won't start now. Well, I guess my next paycheck I'm going to have to buy some gas and put it in this thing. Ooh, deer running across the field there. I think they know when it's not hunting season. Oh yeah, and the field there got planted, I guess. They put corn in it. And I got my garden in a little bit. I got beans in, 6 tomato plants, and 6 hills of pumpkins, and I think I'm going to put some lettuce in it. But I guess that's neither here nor there. Well, that's just lovely. The noise went away, but ran out of gas. Oh well. Well, since I was out here, I figured I'd do a little update on this one as well. I took it into the shop probably 2 weeks ago to get the tires balanced. And of course, when they do that, they look over the entire car, and they found a couple of things I missed, but mostly it was stuff I knew about, and they gave me a quote. They didn't even find everything, but they gave me a quote for $1,100 to fix it all. And I'm going to bring in everything that they quoted plus what they missed for probably $400 something, I think, if I do it myself. So I got my first paycheck, and I've ordered up the rear shocks. I went with the air ones rather than the conversion kit, because the air ones are about 40 bucks cheaper. So I went that way. It'll work. Not the best solution, I don't think, but as long as it, you know, stops bouncing the way it does, I'm happy. I also bought the wheel bearing for the passenger side, because that's going out, and I got 2 new ball joints because they noticed they were no good. and they're the original ball joints at 230,000, so I'll replace them. I missed them the first time because it's kind of tricky to jack up the car and then slide yourself underneath it from the back side and wiggle the wheel and look and see everything, but I managed to do it on one side, and there was a little bit of play in it, so I figure what the heck, I'll replace them because they're definitely wore. And I bought front and rear brakes. I'm going to replace the rear ones because that caliper is locking up, and I'm hoping that I can, with some thicker brakes, it'll push it back to the piston back to a place where it won't lock up. And I'm going to flush the brake system out because the fluid's bad. But I'll have all those parts next week, and I can do that. And then I think I'm going to do air filter, belt, transmission fluid and filter, spark plugs, wires, air filter, fuel filter. I might have said one of those before, but I'm going to do all that stuff after I get my next paycheck. I've got to make the money stretch a little bit. And yeah, I think I'm going to bring it into the shop here and look it over real quick. I'm going to wait on those intake gaskets because I want to get a good torque wrench, and I'm going to wait until I get my next paycheck for that, so I know I have enough. Buy some decent ones at least. And well, that's where we are with this one, I guess. Still running pretty good. Oh, and I got a transmission mount. That was the other thing. I got that too, and I think I spent $240 for the ball joints, wheel bearing, shocks, brakes, and that transmission mount. So, oh, all in good time. Well, I just checked the oil, and it's not quite a quart low, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just buy some oil and change it because it's overdue for it anyway. And while I'm up there, I'll probably get an air filter, and we'll see how that goes. Check the ball joints and everything, and they're getting a little bit worse, so I got to get it done by next week. Oddly enough, it says I'm getting 27.1 miles a gallon on my computer here. I don't know how accurate that is because the fuel gauge is off, but I think I'm going to start tracking it with pencil and paper and doing math, and I'll see how close I come to 27.1 on that. 27.1 is pretty good for the shape this car is in anyway. But I'm going to go change the oil and do all that, and probably see you next week